how much time and energy it will take to put 80% of this sugar in the glass. Now, how much time it will take to put 20% of the remaining sugar in the glass. Six times slower for 4 times less content. Either you pass this time and energy seeking every grain of this sugar, or you pass it getting 80% of 6 other sugar bites. Welcome to the Pareto principle. As you understood, you are the glass and your book is the sugar. And this is how to absorb a 200-page book in 2 hours. No need to convince you of the power of reading. The number of unread books on your library or in your Amazon cart shows that you are aware. Until 5 years ago, I hated reading, and yet I was drawn to books, a paradoxical situation. The real problem was my way of reading, the one I learned at school. It was slow, tedious, and not at all stimulating. It was no match for our world's colorful and hectic distractions unless you know how to do it. Here is a way of literally absorbing a book. So simple, right? More seriously, before starting, just 4 disclaimers. 1. This method is for non-fiction books. There is another approach for fiction books and another for spiritual books. 2. Realize that reading is actually an ultra-stimulating activity. If you were bored in the past when you tried reading, it just means you don't do it the right way. 3. Is it still pertinent to read books even if AI or other technologies are not able to synthesize them in a minute? The answer is yes. Tech is objective and doesn't have the context, experiences, feelings you have. It's because you have your unique perception of things that reading by yourself will give you much more value. 4. Many people will say that I don't respect what reading is. Reading is not about speed, etc., etc. I will answer this in the step 5. So let's get started. Step 1, set a time budget of 2 hours or less. For a 200-page book, this is a good base. It is strictly forbidden to go overboard. This time limit will condition your brain to assimilate the content quickly. It's a pure application of Parkinson's law. If you have more time to do something, it will take you longer to finish it, even if it's a simple task. Go for 2 hours, no 1 minute more allowed. Step 2, create an appetite. Give yourself a strong desire to read the book. Take 5 to 10 minutes to do it. Listen to a quick interview in 1.5 speed with the author, a summary of the book on Blinkist, a blog post. The effect will be immediate. You will open the floodgates of knowledge in your brain. Also, choose a book you most want or need at this time in your life or career. The one your brain is certainly the most attracted by is the latest one you bought. This is a simplified equation of knowledge flood. The volume of knowledge you absorb is proportional to the intention you give times the time you spend on it. As our time is now fixed, the only thing we can do to increase the knowledge we learn is the attention factor. By generating interest in the book and the subject treated, this factor increases. That's why this step is important. Step 3, flow state. You must already hear about deep work or flow state. It's all about one ability: focus. As Eric Barker said, focus is the superpower of the 21st century. Shut down your phone, put it in another room, close your eyes and breathe slowly and profoundly for 1 minute. Your brain will enter focus mode. As focus and attention are close concepts, it will also drastically improve the volume of knowledge learned. To make this focus consistent during the 2 hours, work in chunks of 25 minutes. At the end of each chunk, take a 5-minute real pause. You will be frustrated by having to stop reading while you are focused. It's normal. Stand up, drink some water, look by the window and come back. During this time, your brain will digest information and build a neural network without any effort from you. Step 4. Most people read a book by starting at page 1 and trying to master every single detail. Don't do this. Go through the whole book in 5 to 10 minutes. Locate the book's general structure and the areas that interest you the most. We take a macro-micro approach, not the other way around. The structure is like a container. You are preparing to welcome information and retain it more effectively. Notice the graphs, charts, big titles, bold sentences, etc. By doing this, you are getting the big picture of the book. Also, you will actively be seeking passages that have a lot of value for your life and challenges. Step 5. Time to actually start reading. The moment you have the most energy and focus is the beginning of the 2 hours. So start with the passages you are the most attracted by. They are the ones that deserve your attention the most. Skip the low-value passages that don't interest you. Don't feel guilty. A book can be 50 pages long in the publishing world, even if it's enough. So there is often a lot of superfluous blah blah blah. Detect those and forget about them. Alright, many extremists will comment, you don't respect the book and what reading is and you don't respect the author. Maybe, but maybe not. Giving too much respect to a book according to attention, time and energy to these low value passages has a counter effect. You are not respecting yourself, your time and your energy. Be wise. Just remember the sugar metaphor. This time you save by skipping these passages that contain 20% of the content will permit you to read another book and get 80% of its value. Deal. Step 6. Use a visual guide. Take your paper pencil. Consider now that your eyes are the slave of it. They look wherever he goes and move. Slide the pencil under each line. Your eyes will follow the movement naturally. Your speed and focus will take off. I will surely make another video about how to read faster, but for the moment, just use this technique, it will be enough. This will improve the precision, fluidity, linearity, and speed of your eyes. Step 7. Take intelligent notes. During your reading, your brain will automatically and naturally make links between the content and your actual life projects and challenges. Circle or underline in 5 seconds with the same pencil the passages that seem relevant to you. If you feel a shift in your belief or something close to this, be free to write some keywords next to the related passage. Write quickly and dirty, it's not a problem. Fold the corner of the page and quickly resume reading so as you don't break your rhythm. At the end of the 2 hours, savor the dopamine secreted by your brain and enjoy the satisfaction of finally finishing a book. Be careful, it's pretty addictive. You could read another one tomorrow.